Rob, you are going to be, I think somebody asked, I know on social media, are you going to be at like in Philly, like for WrestleCon, I think. And I think you were announced for that too, actually.
Yes, God willing, meaning, if I'm still alive, that's a long time away, but
That
hopefully,
is the
yeah.
way.
No, but I will be, and yeah, I'll be there at WrestleCon and working on a few other appearances. That's usually what we do. WrestleCon week, usually, like, since all the wrestlers are in town, they're appearing all over doing different things sometimes. So was it last year at Dallas? Seems like
Last
it.
year was LA.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
Right. It was chaotic there.
Yeah. It was. I was just remembering, and when I was in Dallas, like I also did somebody's podcast, and I went and that guy that cracks people's backs, like it's a gimmick.
I've seen
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to his place, and they were all just paid appearances, you know what I mean? But it was like you fill your schedule up, like boom, I'm here from Thursday to Monday, and or whatever, and then boom, you go to work. And usually there's like 35 different wrestling shows going on in a few days, so several at the same building, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
Absolutely.
big event, pretty big event, and I will be there, especially because it's Philadelphia.
Tim, real quick, what were some of your favorites growing up as a kid? You were a fan growing up, I'd imagine, right?
Of wrestling?
Of wrestling, yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, very much so. I was lucky in that my family didn't have the is it real, is it fake? It was our football. So my grandfather was a big wrestling fan, and we just grew up. It was wrestling. So Andre the Giant in the '80s, and the weird thing is I can't pinpoint when I stopped watching wrestling. I just know it was a big part of my childhood, and then when I was in high school, one of my buddies became a huge Shawn Michaels fan, and he reintroduced wrestling to me circa WrestleMania 12. And I shit you not, I went to the video store. Do you guys remember video stores? And they used to have sections dedicated to like horror or sci-fi. There was in Pennsylvania wrestling. There was a wrestling section, and I watched every damn video they had, WCW, NWA, whatever it was. And then from that moment on, I was the nerd who knew the title lineages. I knew all the ins and outs. I could look at the title, and I know the title didn't change hands there because that was 3 months later with so and so. I was back in, and it's never left me since. It'll always be in my blood. And I find even people who try to act cooler than being a wrestling fan, I'll be on set of a movie or something, and they'll come over to me, hey, yeah, I don't really watch wrestling, but and then 2 minutes later they're talking about the history of the Four Horsemen,
Right. There's something that they dig up.
Everybody acts like, and come on, there are so many, there are more fans than who admit that they're fans.